welcome to the Hawthorne Studio. My name is Jessica and we are going to be doing a 1K giveaway. Yay! This is actually well overdue. I think we've been over 1,000 for quite a while now, but it's better late than never, right? So what I am giving away is a free Wooden Wick Co. kit. It is their 'Tis the Spice kit, so it is winter themed, but it comes with 2 luxury vessels as well as 2 luxury lids to match the wax, the fragrance oil, everything you are going to need to get started. And also, it should be there in time for the live event with Wooden Wick Co. on February 12th. So if you are not signed up for that already, go ahead and check the description box below to make sure you are signed up. But let me show you the kit. So basically, when I purchased this kit, it was back in November or December. It's about a $70 value, I believe. And Wooden Wick Co. actually sent me another kit for free, and I've never even touched or used this kit. So, since I'm already getting a kit, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one away. In case you do want to join the event, you can make candles with me and Wooden Wick Co. So, I thought that would be really fun. I will be picking out a winner probably next time I'm home from work, so February 8th, I believe, or February 9th, and I will have it shipped out same day. That way you can get it before February 12th's event. But it does come with 2 candles, so if you want to do it with a loved one or a friend or your dog, it really doesn't matter. Or if you can't show up for the event, that's fine too, you still won. So to enter, all you have to do is be a subscriber to my channel, like the video, comment down below on why you love making candles, and then I will probably have someone unbiased picking the winner. I'll probably leave that up to my husband. So if you want to throw in something funny or something that might make him smile to make him pick you, then feel free to do so. I am okay with bribing. All right, so what we are going to be doing today though is I didn't listen to myself and I burnt the candles I made last week today, or yesterday rather, and it was way overwicked. So what I did is, well, I mean, when people told me that these golden jars burn hotter than traditional wooden wick or jars, I was like, how bad could it be? So I had put a 0.75, not an 8.75, 0.75 wick in here initially, and it was way too large. And so I was like, okay, no problem. I'll just take some pliers, rip out the wick, slide a new one in, not a big deal. Those ones were okay, but the flame was really high. It felt like Hades himself had lit my candle, and I'm just like, that's not gonna work. So what we are going to do is we are going to bring stability to our lives and to this wax by adding in this wax over here. I probably should have grabbed it, but it is called SP487. Now, this wax is a luxury wax, and it is literally so gorgeous. It looks, this video will not do it justice. It looks like selenite, like the crystal selenite. And if you don't know what that looks like, just think of like a quartz or something like that. It is really, really beautiful. And that is because of the ethically sourced palm. I believe it's ethically sourced. I'll have to double check before I fall too much in love with it. But this is a completely vegetable natural blend. It has no paraffin in it. So the plan is to make 80% coconut apricot cream, 20% of that SP487. Now, if you're wondering why I'm even mixing these two, is because back in the day, I used to use coconut 83, and mixing 487 would just give it more stability. It would harden it. It would just make it an overall better burning candle. And I didn't think I would need it for the coconut apricot, but to be honest, I'm just not feeling it. So I want my life to be easy, and I want to be able to use fragrances and not worry about, you know, inconsistencies with the wooden wicks. So we're going to be hardening the coconut apricot wax so it's less creamy and less oily and less unpredictable, and hopefully this will be able to give us the stability that we need. Now, I have tested it before. I actually tested it before I made this video, and there was a huge night and day difference. I will try to insert a clip right now. I hope I inserted the clip, but this will give you an idea of what that type of combination would do to a wooden wick. It makes it more stable, so rather than the flame just doing this, it's now just like this. Perfect, that's what we want. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're also going to be doing something really fun. First time doing it, I can't believe I waited this long. I'm mixing all of the Wooden Wick Co. fragrances to make something really unique and special, and I'm going to tell you which ones I mixed, because if you have these at home, you need to try this, okay? Because these have turned out really well. I am low-key, subtle brag. This has been amazing. So my first one, I wanted to do something with the cedar and myrrh. The hop throw on this is pretty good, but the tree sap and fir is also really good. So what I did is I combined the two, just a 50-50 split for all of these, 50 of each one. And it made this beautiful like tree forest smell, because the cedar and myrrh smells like cut logs and the tree sap and fir smells like tree sap. Am I saying that right? Yeah, tree sap and fir smells like tree sap. And the mixture of the tree sap with the cut logs, it smells so earthy, and it smells so like, not so much like Christmas, you know, like a juniper or a balsam or something like that can smell very Christmassy. No, this one just smells like you're hiking through a forest. This is a really good combination. The next one was orchid and black amber. I did not mix this with anything because this is perfection by itself. This would be sacrilege to mix this with anything. I loved this one. It's by far my favorite scent. The next one I mixed, I had mixed these two with two different ones as well, and I ended up settling on this one. The first one is lavender and ylang and Egyptian linen and lavender buds. And this takes lavender to that clean spa scent. It makes it, I hate lavender. I absolutely hate this, but this, ooh, yeah, that's a good combination. And the reason I'm combining this as well is this lavender and ylang is a strong thrower, but Egyptian linen and lavender buds is not that strong of a thrower. So by combining the two, I'm hoping to kind of reach like this equilibrium between the two or something like that. And hopefully it will be a better combination. Now I had also mixed these, hold on while I grab them, lavender and ylang with wildflowers and sea air. 50-50 split again. My God, this needs to be a perfume. I'm actually going to make this into a perfume because it smells like a field of wildflowers without being too overly floral. The lavender, I'm sorry, the ylang really, really tones it down to where it's more like I can't explain it. If you have these two, mix them, 50-50 split, and they will smell like a field of wildflowers. This needs to be a perfume, and that is why I'm not turning this into a candle, because I'm going to make that into a perfume instead. The next one I mixed was cardamom tea grapefruit, and then the new Santal and black cardamom, because I really like the Santal black cardamom by itself. After I revisited it from the last video, which I will have linked above with a little card, it was really good, but I couldn't decide between cardamom tea grapefruit and Santal and black cardamom, so I was like, let's mix them and see what happens. And it is perfect. The grapefruit, that citrus tang really brightens up the scent, and it smells so good. This is a fantastic combination. Now if you don't like grapefruit, you might not like this scent. There are some people I know who really don't like grapefruit, and the grapefruit is clear as day, even when I mix it. It is very clear, but if you can tolerate it, it does have more of a citrus kick to it than straight grapefruit. So it is really, really beautiful, and that cardamom really like mellows it out and just makes it smooth as butter. The next one I mixed was Calabrian lemon and lilac leaves and petals and herbs. Calabrian, both of these separate are freaking amazing separate. Both of them have a strong hot throw. They smell amazing. So I was like, you know what? This is probably going to be the strongest candle in my line. Let's mix them. Let's see what happens. And This has turned this scent into a clean herbal, bright, like an herb garden. That's what it smells like to me. It smells like an herb garden. It's a very clean, very inviting. It has that little notes of cut grass in there underneath it, but it's not as strong as when Petals and Herbs is by itself. The lemon really picks it up. You can't smell a lilac at all. So that being said, it's still a super awesome kitchen scent and a super clean scent without it smelling like Lysol or anything like that. We don't want it to smell like cleaning supplies. The next one I mixed was bergamot, ambergris, and oud patchouli and resins. I wasn't sure about mixing these two, but I went for it. And it smells like a really sexy, clean man. This smells really good. It really toned down the spiciness of the oud patchouli with the bergamot, and the oud patchouli is a very, very strong thrower. It is probably one of my strongest next to Petals and Herbs. Bergamot, ambergris, not that strong of a thrower. So by combining these two, I'm really hoping the oud patchouli shines when it's burning, but we'll see. The other one I mixed with the oud patchouli was the last one, not the santal and black cardamom, but the other new one. Oh, the oriental musk, the one I can't pronounce. That combination with the oud patchouli makes it smell like tobacco for some reason. Clear as day, it smells like a tobacco undertone. Very, very nice. I actually think it would do great as a soap or a potentially a cologne. It smells really good together. So if you have that combination, mix them together. And I hope I'm not mixing them up because I don't have them in front of me, so I can't be 100% sure, but close enough. And then the last one is I needed something sweet for my line. I absolutely loathe sweet scents, so this was really hard. And I really liked the cocoa ganache and vanilla truffle from last time. It actually ended up being an incredibly strong thrower in addition to the pink raspberry champagne one from the last video as well. Both of those were actually the strongest throwers out of the four. But the cocoa ganache, I just didn't like really the undertone on it. And so I decided to mix it with cashmere vanilla because cashmere vanilla is very soft. It has a little sweetness to it, but not much, but it is perfect by itself, but it doesn't have that strong of a throw. So if I combine these two, the chocolate should take the show, but it will have a more toned down, like smoother feel to it. And to me, this smells less 80s and more high-end luxury by mixing the cashmere with the cocoa vanilla truffle, because I don't think it has cashmere in it right now. So that's what we're gonna do. Those are gonna be all the blends. Now I'm not gonna walk you through a full candle make, because there's a lot of candles and I have to do it with the double boiler this time rather than the Presto pot. But I will show you how I'm going to mix the wax, and I will show you the first pour for the first one, and we can go from there. But before I get started, I do have a bunch of DIYs planned. I have been formulating like crazy. I have a new summer like seaweed whipped body scrub coming out. It's like seaweed, sea buckthorn oil. It has aloe in it. It's gonna be really, really great for summer if you wanted to add something like that to your summer or spring line, which now is the time to start going because we're gonna be towards the spring month soon. So I have that in the works, but then, which was going to be my next video. And then I decided against it because I had a breakthrough. My breakthrough was my sprays. So what had happened was everyone was raving about the Flaming Candle base, their room spray base from the Flaming Candle. Everyone was raving about it, and I was like, and it was always out of stock, so I bought some. I didn't just buy some, I bought like 40 pounds of this stuff. I was like, everyone says this is amazing, I'm going to love it. Tell me when it came in and I made my first one that it ended up looking like milk. Like, this isn't even like as bad as it was. Like, it was white. It was white. This is just an example. This isn't it. It was literally just milk. It was as white as those cabinets back there. And I was like, what is this garbage? So I ended up taking matters into my own hands, which, by the way, I have like 5 gallons or like 40 pounds of flaming candle base for sale. If you need some, DM me. But I ended up formulating my own instead because I have control problems. So I needed something that would fit my expectations. So that is exactly what I did. I ended up making a completely clear fragrance base. And hopefully you can see that. This, clear. You almost think there's water in here. There's no water in it. Well, actually there's a little bit of water in it in the formula, but we'll go over that. That is going to be the next tutorial video because I know a lot of people are frustrated with these bases turning milk. We don't want that. I am selling clear room spray jars, not colored. If it was colored, not a big deal. Well, you know what? It is still a big deal because my friend used to wear black all the time and she used one of my sprays that were like this milk color, or not this one, like this, and it was staining her black clothes. So that is actually a problem. You do not want to stain anyone's furniture, so clear is for the best. And I also formulated for it so it would last longer by introducing some vegetable glycerin. So I will have the full recipe up probably next week. I have a few days off before the live event with Wick, so I will probably spend that time recording DIYs. But for right now, again, I'm about to leave for work, so I have to get all of these poured immediately before I leave, so when I get back I can test them out. So I'm really hoping that this is a good combination. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to do 80% coconut apricot cream, 20% SP 487, and then I'm going to be doing 9%, I think 9% fragrance load. Yeah, I think 9%. I'm doing 11 ounces of wax total in these jars with, let me think. I am doing 11 ounce totals in these jars with 1 ounce of fragrance load. I think that adds up to like 9.01% or something like that. It's less than 10. So I'll probably do the math again for that later, but 1 ounce, I just really wanted to make it super simple. 11 ounces plus 1 ounce, 12 ounces, we're back to where we started. So I'm hoping that will work out really well because I was not feeling what I made yesterday, and I'm still gonna use the 0.75 inch wick because when I made this combination before, the 0.625 was really small and it didn't give me a full melt pull even after the second or third burn. So we're gonna do the 0.75, but I was really excited with how steady the flame was. Oh my gosh, it was amazing, and it was like the perfect height. And not to say I have high expectations, but let's just say I'll be really disappointed if this doesn't work out. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around so you can see the scale and we can go from there. Okay, so I have pretty much everything set up here already. I have my SP 487 here, I have my coconut apricot here, my scale here with my pot. So we are going to be doing 80% of 11 ounces as coconut apricot. And to do that, real simple, in case you guys wanted a quick math lesson, is to get 80% of your wax, so let's say that's your total wax here, not that. You just multiply it by 0.80. This is for 8%. So I need 8.8 ounces of the coconut apricot. So let's start with that first. We're gonna go ahead and turn on our scale, tear it out, and then we are going to aim for 8.8. I had already forgotten. Oh my gosh. This is why you should write down everything. Perfect. Okay, so we have 8.8 in there right now. And now we need to figure out the 20%. So all you have to do is 11 times the same thing we did last time, 11 times 0.20, 2.2, which will give us exactly 11 ounces. So let's tear this out again. This is the SP487 that we're doing now. You don't need a lot, and this stuff is hard as, I'm actually not 100% sure how am I supposed to, of course. All right, not this wax. Okay, so how am I supposed to, this is hard. This is a hard wax. Okay, I'm back with a knife. Let's see if this works. Ooh, okay, yeah, I needed a knife to make this work. Almost. 2.2, okay. We're there. That was quite the learning experience. Okay, so last time when I made this candle, I had picked up one of these chunks and it was the perfect size and I just put it in. I never had to cut it. Yeah, I guess this will in fact harden our wax to quite a substantial amount. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my double boiler and we are going to turn this on to 460 degrees because I want to heat this up to 200 degrees. I want to add my fragrance oil and pour at 180, 185. So we will go ahead and get started with that and we will be right back when it is done boiling. So we're back. You can hear my double boiler going crazy, but we're at 199, close enough. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off the double boiler and we are going to mix our fragrance load now. And we are going to be mixing, let's just do the lavender, ylang, and the Egyptian linen. And this is exactly 1 ounce. And we are going to mix this for about 30 seconds or so. So not to say my expectations are super high for this, but they're kind of super high. So I really hope that this works out well. I'm really disappointed with how the last ones turned out, but there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta keep it moving and figure it out again. And I'm really hoping that this 487 will be exactly what I have been missing with coconut apricot. Now, I know it's because I'm using 8% normally, and that really burns hotter than the other ones, than like 9 or 10% because there's just less fuel. And I don't know what I'm trying to explain. It's just what I've noticed is that if I use a lower percentage, I get higher flames. If I use a higher percentage, I get lower flames. So I really need to either stick with this or figure out my percentages. All right. I actually have some wick holders coming in because even though they stand erect, sometimes when you pour it, the wick will move. So instead of like just being like this, it will move like side to side and it's really inconsistent. So we're going to make sure this is even and that looks good. Okay, so we are done with this pour. So we are done with this pour, let me say it right. And we are going to go ahead and do the rest. I'm going to turn off the camera for that first because this is going to take a really long time to do it with the double boiler. And then we are going to show the last part, which is the final reveal. And these are, I mean, spoiler alert, but they should have really nice tops because it's a really bright white, especially because of the palm. And it should look really, really good. So I will be right back again and we'll go from there. So I'm not finished pouring yet, but I did want to go ahead and show you the first one we poured together, which ended up looking like this. Look how beautiful that is. You are definitely not, getting rid of the smooth tops of coconut apricot or anything like that. This looks beautiful still, even with the SP487. And honestly, it looks like a brighter white to me as well. So that is a win-win situation. So hopefully these ones turn out a lot better. Now, I did want to go ahead and add for the giveaway, you do have to be a US resident. I will have more information down in the description box below. I honestly do not know how to ship to Canada. I do not know how to ship to Europe. So this will only be for US residents. So that is pretty much it. Go ahead and follow my Instagram at Hawthorne Company. My website is hawthornecompany.com. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so you will be notified when I launch the other DIY series. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys, and for being here with me. And yay, happy 1K subscribers. Thanks, loves. Bye.